Welcome back to Jamming Games. I am Steven, he is Wyatt. My intonation on that one was different. I wonder if everyone will notice. Tyler on the left is playing it's the Murktide Monkey Dragon's Rage pile. And Queen on the right is playing Izzet Blitz. These are two similar decks.
I think it's Izzet Monkey is what they're calling it?
That's what I called it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put an umlau over the U so you would know. I don't know. It's probably going to fuck up the searches for this deck like crazy and we'll get no views. Whatever, man. It's not what we're here for. Turn 1 Monkey Mitt with a Lava Spike. That's actually a pretty good answer to Monkey.
Right.
Yeah.
Answers like that and a Dragon's Rage Chandler.
Yeah. I also so this deck on the left, if I had to pick the best counterspell deck in the format, I would pick this one. What a tremendous draw.
Oh,
yeah, that's very fortunate. And Queen there has the choice of sacking your first land to kill the monkey or letting it dash in on you. I think you made the right choice there. Here comes a Dragon's Rage and a Bobble. I don't know how it works like this, but you never have Dragon's Rage and not the Bobble.
Yeah.
When I play the deck, the two cards are in your hand a alarming amount of the time. It's unreal.
I get that feeling playing Asmo a lot. You'll just have to shoot everything into
Yeah,
Asmo.
it's like or the book in the Oval Chase.
Yeah.
You always have them. You always just got them. All right, so we're gonna put a Expressive Iteration in the graveyard and a Serum Visions out of Queen. Ragavan giving you a mana is kind of a lot, honestly.
Yeah.
It feels like it's a little much.
Really?
You know what I mean? It's a 2/1, sometimes haste. So it's an aggressively costed creature that draws you a card you can sometimes play and gives you a mana. Come on, man.
Yeah, but it's easy to kill.
It is easy to kill.
It's a 2/1.
That's what I think too. Chris the other day, we were playing Legacy, and I told him about the how many monkeys is one man? Oh, so he dashed it, dude. I don't know. We were talking about the in Legacy, there was for a long time the Goblin Lackey check, where if you couldn't deal with a turn 1 Goblin Lackey, your deck probably wasn't viable. And I think that there's coming up on a similar test in Modern, which is if you can't deal with the monkey, you probably need to consider what you're doing.
Yeah. I mean, most decks are running bolts. Most decks are on pushes.
Yeah.
Lava Darts too, apparently.
Yeah, well, this is Izzet Blitz. It's a different deck.
I guess so.
So I feel like us being this far in the game without Queen being able to assemble a board means that things are doing okay for Tyler on the left. Because Tyler is the counterspell deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is technically... I wouldn't really call it a control deck.
I wouldn't either, but I would call it a counterspell deck.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like a mid-range deck, is I guess what we'd call it. Murktide seems pretty unbeatable for Queen. Just making a...
For Queen
8.
or for
Tyler? If Tyler makes an 8/8 Murktide,
yeah,
I'm not sure what you do to beat that.
Murktide, the more I see it, the more that I'm like, oh, it's just huge. It's a really big monster. It's really hard to kill. You can't push it. You can't bolt it. If your opponent's running Terminate, they look like a genius. I guess you could also unsummon it pretty efficiently.
Yeah.
So 3 mana Teferi can get it off the board, and they probably can't recast, or if they can, they can't recast it as big.
There's answers. Game's gone long. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I'm not sponsored at all by 3 mana Teferi, but what a card! If you guys have the opportunity to play it, you should.
Steven loves that card.
I love it.
Anything in the world.
Yeah, I think it's one of the best. So Tyler leaving 2 lands on top, just thought scouring them right on out of here.
That's nice. It means you don't have to shuffle the back end at any point.
That is actually kind of nice, yeah. I actually so again, not again, this is the first time I said this, I like Endurance in these matchups if you're playing not these decks, because it blocks everything and puts graveyards on bottom.
It shrinks Dragon's Rage Channelers, and it does a few other things.
I was wondering why a 3/4 was a $36 card. That's why. So here comes an Unholy Heat. Unholy Heat has been a pretty big player in the format, suddenly. 6 damage for 1 mana is a really good rate.
And it hits Planeswalkers, which is huge.
I know.
It's one of the few ways to cleanly answer
3 mana Teferi.
Any Planeswalker.
It kills almost all Planeswalkers.
Red and 6 pluses out of bolt range, Teferi pluses out of bolt range.
Yeah.
Everything, most Planeswalker plus out of bolt range at this point. So
Yep.
You needed a clean answer for him. Here's a Murktide though. That guy is probably going to be an 8/8.
So
have to imagine.
Tyler's selecting the cards that must stay in the graveyard in order to maintain Delirium. Which is pretty heads up play. And then these are going to leave.
You always get mad at me whenever I try to figure out Delirium.
I hate it. It makes me, I don't know why it makes me so, it comes from something in Pioneer. Oh, it was because you would always Emrakul me right after you figured out how many cards are in your graveyard. And it was just a Pavlovian response where I was like, this is going to be unpleasant. Bobble out of Queen. This tournament today is for 4 foil Japanese Mr. Vowels. That's my
Phone call.
mother calling me. I will,
Turn that off.
dude, I don't know
so many
how
phone
to
calls.
unlink this from my thing. I'm like your dad's age now. And so when I bought an Apple computer, and wouldn't you know it, that and my Apple phone go great together, but I
Don't know why.
it destroys all my videos. I don't know. Can't turn it off. And don't tell me how in the comments, because I won't do it. Okay.
Bolt mutagenic. Wow, this Soul Scar Mage is
Super
huge.
Super Saiyan Soul Scar Mage. So it's a 6, 7, 8 power creature. 7 power creature. I miscalculated something along the way.
Yeah, me too.
4 and 3 is 7. It is not 8. So that was my mistake. All right, so Murktide coming in.
Bolt. No, monkey. Monkey to block.
Monkey's going to have to.
Does Queen just have a bolt?
Looking at counterspell mana,
Oh, here's a dart.
Lava Dart is kind of the perfect card here.
Dart works well. It turns your Soul Scar into a 3/3.
And you have to have multiple counterspells to fade it. So there's counterspell.
Oh, he doesn't have a mountain.
Doesn't have a... okay.
Oh, okay. Plays it there, attach your 3.
Slow roll
Alright.
the mountain. Queen and consummate master, honestly. Can't believe it. They've sideboarded fast. What do you think they got brought in?
So here's Blitz for you.
I'll take Blitz over here.
I will look for...
So Queen's got Skullcrack, Bedlam Reveler, Braid, Spell Pierce, Kozilek Turn, Blood Moon, Vapor Snag, Alpine Moon. I like Vapor Snag. Get those fucking Murktides on out of here because I don't want to deal with that.
Aether Gust seems good out of Tyler, along with like a Braids maybe, just because the can kill things.
Yeah.
There's not a ton.
Tyler, it looks like he's lost a Dragon Rage and something else to this, or he's lost a Dragon Rage to this Lava Dart. And currently resolving an expressive iteration. Let's see if he can get all the pieces together. There's a Monkey in Exile. No land, Monkey Exile pass. That is an unfortunate expressive iteration, I gotta tell you.
Yeah.
Yep.
The monkey's just gone too, or is it until your next turn?
No, it's just gone. Monkey is killed. You can never
I'm
have
pretty
it
sure
back.
expressive iteration wasn't like so good that it just drew you 2 cards for 2 turns.
Yeah, it's very good, but it's not that good. I really like... I really want to play General Ferris Rokirik.
Yeah, you really love that deck.
I don't know why I don't let myself.
Just do it.
I'm like, no, it's not good enough for you. You're... I deserve
It's
better.
not good enough for you.
Yeah, I'm a better person than Ferris. I won't do it. Is Queen pondering something here?
Yeah. Maybe he's like thinking about,
Is it the big turn? Do we do all of this right now?
It really is.
Yeah. So
here's
here
an
comes...
attack for 8. It's actually 8 this time.
So, yep.
He's at 5. Like,
Yeah. Tyler all the way down at 5.
Queen has 1 land though and 1 card.
Yes. But, I mean, if you're Queen...
I guess like, hopefully you draw Lava Dart and just win next turn. or
It's
something.
actually pretty smart because he doesn't have much else going on. Like, he's got 1 card left. It wasn't like, what are you saving those lands for? You're not going to cast anything else because you got 1 card in your hand. I like it. And a bolt is lethal here. A lot of things are lethal. Heads up plays. But in a very, very compromised position, I will say. It looks like things could get rough from here.
There's a kill on that.
Yep. Unholy Heat, so you used to be able to mutagenic growth your way out of a lot of removal spells. Unholy Heat, it would take a lot of work to get there.
You have to cast 4 spells.
I
Plus
mean-
it, or 2 spells plus it.
Mutagenic growth,
1, 2,
just so many. No, it would be mutagenic growth and like 2 more spells. It'd be that's too much. You just
Yeah.
let your creature die at that point. It's too many cards to have to do that with. So Tyler, this fetch is actually relatively important. I think.
Yeah, going from 3 to 4.
Yeah, because if you want to get red man out of it, you're going to have to be right down at 2 life. And okay, Dragon Rage
I
Channeler.
have to imagine has Delirium.
I would think so, yes. It's a sorcery land creature. It's funny how it's a sorcery land creature is what is required for Delirium, and that just happens to be the cards every deck plays.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it was 5, you gotta start dipping into Artifact and like Planeswalker or one of those, and it's
But
much
even,
harder.
even those like bobbles in most decks now. Most decks are running a Planeswalker or 2. Like, I think Goyf is as big as it's ever been. Like size wise, whenever you cast it.
I believe you are correct. Goyf is
'Cause it used to be its average was a 4/5, maybe a 5/6. I think its average now is probably like a 5/6 to like a 7/8.
you can get a lot of incidental upside, especially if you're running Tarfire. Your deck is a little bit ridiculous.
That was an old tech right there.
I honestly,
Like
I don't
Starfire.
think that tribal should be a card type. I think that someone was smoking peyote at Wizards and they like just got themselves into a hole they couldn't get out of. So this Murktide is shoring up the board nicely.
Also, if Delirium's on, you have to attack with that Dragon Rage.
I guess that the Dragon Rage must not be Delirious. Queen must not have Delirium then, if it didn't attack last turn. Tyler coming across with the Murktide for 7. Murktide closes fast.
It does, isn't it?
A 2-mana threat that has a lot of power and toughness. Pretty big game. So this is something of a precarious position for Tyler, because he is at a low life total, letting Queen resolve his Surveil before responding. Dart you down to 3.
There's an attack for 3. There's the
Archmage's Charm. That's what an absolute blowout. Oh my god. That is really bad. So just, okay. That's just an attack for lethal out of there. Wow. Outstanding. So, Queen there, I don't know what the graveyard situation was, but it seemed not great.
No, it did not, did it?
It seemed weird. Yeah. Fetch, shock here. Shuffling is the bane of my existence.
Yeah, Chris doesn't like it either.
What?
Chris doesn't like it either.
Yeah. So, yeah, when I play Rhinos, having to flip all those cards, I cannot stand it. All right.
Just get mad at it.
So the standard combo of Mishra's Bauble, Dragon Rage, Channeler. I believe Queen saw a Murktide Regent on the top of Tyler's library there.
There's an E on. I thought there was 0 for a second. I was like, what a move.
What a guy. Okay. Lava Dart. Lava Dart is a pretty good combo with Dragon Rage Channeler.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Hit you for 1. Draw a card. So this was an upkeep Lava Dart, meaning there is not a second land in Queen's hand.
I could see killing this
Just
Dragon
one.
Rage just like now.
Yep.
Just not letting you with the scry advantage.
Yep.
Especially if you can't draw land. Well, you drew the land.
But I think so the Scry, I guess you'd have to have a second one in hand. Whoa, Vapor's Tag.
Bounce it back to my hand.
That is, so for Queen having 1 threat, this is pretty good. Queen loses 1
like
life.
if you had like 2, like a Soul Scar and that, it's like not as good, but getting to negate the activation of an EE is huge.
Which, Tyler's committed considerable mana to that EE. 2 turns, 3 mana. Boy, spending your first 3 mana of the game just to get blown out. Expressive Iteration gets him right back in it, though. This card is a house, man.
It's just, it's so good.
It is very, very good. Let's see if he can get the full value out of this one this time.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, there's a bobble.
I mean, last time he drew a card and exiled the monkey. It was a very bad iteration. So Bobble here.
I guess 2 mana draw card usually isn't where you're going. Or 2 mana. I mean, it's an anticipate then. Sorcery speed.
It is a sorcery speed anticipate. All right. So fetch, bolt.
If I shock bolt even.
Yeah. And let's see what's on top of Queen's library. And so this is some weird sequencing. Tyler just missed that Bobble trigger. Didn't need it though. He had an expressive iteration to resolve.
I think Queen played the bobble in his main phase, looked at Tyler's card, Tyler drew the card for the bobble, and like...
I don't think Tyler drew an additional card.
Oh, did not?
I believe Tyler just drew the 1 card.
Okay. Maybe I'm wrong.
I forget Bobble triggers more than I really should.
It's hard to remember them sometimes.
It's on the beginning of the next player's up. It's just what a ridiculous time to take an action, honestly. Unless you're playing Miracles, then it's very good.
Yes.
Soulscar Mage, not going to put up much of a fight against this Murktide Regent.
Not really, huh?
Murktide Regent's only a 5/5 though. It's a little baby.
So Manamorphose into a
Dispel. I actually, countering a Manamorphose is a really big game. Because they were generally counting on the mana and the card draw, and now their turn just stops cold.
Like you could sub bolt or something. Nope.
Yeah. So Queen could have had a really, really tremendous turn, but instead it's that.
It's like you could have bolt in hand to kill Joe. To leave Dragon Rage as a blocker. I guess like you're at.
Your life total is not super high, and this Murktide is threatening to close the game out pretty quickly.
So here is Manamorphose.
Do you have it, Tyler?
All right.
Counterspelling the Manamorphose is a pretty heads-up play. I like it a lot.
Here's a dart.
Dart
into a okay.
Thought Scour.
Trying to turn on this Delirium.
Yeah. So Spell Pierce, getting surveilled down.
I still don't think that turned it on.
I don't think it does too. I think it's an unfortunate one.
Yeah.
No land for Tyler, it looks like, in the graveyard. Lava Dart killing this guy, and then a big ol' attack for 3. Queen very low facing this Dragon's Rage. Or not this Dragon's Rage, excuse me, this just Dragon. So Tyler's got 1 on hand. Queen has some outs here. Expressive Iteration's a good start. No, it's not. It's 2 mana intensive, I think, probably. I think that's probably going to...
be the end of this game.
Yeah, well, A-Fetch is going out on his own terms. Thanks for watching. See you next round.